havent.
Hello everybody, I'm Alexander and today I'll be showing you how to build this amazing nether tree farm which produces over 23,000 logs per hour, which is equivalent to 360 stacks per hour, and which can be 6.6667 double chests per hour, which is probably more than what you would ever need. This farm grows two types of new nether trees, the crimson tree and the warped tree, which can grow up to a bigger height like 25 blocks tall. So to tackle the height problem, I have made this farm into two sections, above section and a below section, where the below section handles the tree heights from 4 to 12 and the tree heights from 14, which is right over here on this block, to 25 are handled by this second section. The trees commonly grow from 4 to 12, so it can be processed fast, so they are pushed into this blast chamber, and these from 14 to 25 they are quite rare, so they are instantly blowed with this TNT dupper. Before we move on to the tutorial, make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel to don't miss on any updates, as this video will be quite long, so I'll be uploading it into two parts. In this part, the part 1 of the video, I'll be explaining how this farm works, what are its specifications, and why is it built so stay tuned. I'll be explaining each and every part and section of this farm to you, and make sure to check the second part of this video out, which will probably come out in the following week. So let's move on to see why the nether trees are used in this farm and why not the other trees. Not only because they're new, they have some specific qualities which are needed to function in a certain way in this farm. So let's move on to that. So I have 4 types of tree saplings in my hotbar right now. So let's start by placing the first type of tree, acacia tree, and start bone milling it. As you can see, it requires quite a bit of bone meal, and also it develops these kind of branches onto its sides, which is quite hard to deal with in the farm. Let's see with the dark oak saplings. As you can see here, it requires quite a heck lot of bone meal to grow these trees. Also, these trees have these branches which are quite not what we want to deal in the tree farms, as we have these fungus trees which grow with quite a bit of less bone meal, like 1 to 3 on a general scale. Also they grow quite big than normal trees like these one. Also they have a quite significant property to grow straight up, like so. They do not develop branches like these trees does. Also they have a significant property of growing through any block. So as you can see here, this tree basically just accepts that there is a block in the tree and just grows despite of the block being there. And this is exactly what we have used in the farm, just to separate the tree between two different sections and below them. These two characteristics allow us to use these new nether trees in the farm. Let's see how this farm works first. So you have to go in here and step on this pressure plate, and the dispenser starts and the TNT dupper starts. So when you place the fungus right over here, it bone meals the fungus, grows into the tree, and then it pushes the tree like so in a very short time. When you place the fungus right over here and the tree grows in here, what happens is that this comparator reads the contents of this dispenser through the stem of the tree and then powers this block. Then this repeater gets the power from that block and powers this block, and then the redstone travels upwards, and these pistons push the tree stems into this direction. And then this observer right over here, which is facing the line of tree stems, it detects that a row of wooden stems have moved through here, and then it signals these two rows of pistons, and they push the stems in front of these pistons into the blast chamber, where the TNT duplicator duplicates the TNT and they fall down onto these three obsidian blocks, and they blow a tree from bottom to up. As the tree gets pushed from the pistons into the blast chamber, the bottom blocks are blown first, then the middle blocks are blown, and then the top blocks are blown. If we do the exact opposite of it, i.e. blow the top blocks first and then the middle blocks and then the bottom blocks, when the top blocks will blow, they will fall on the tree itself, and then the middle TNT will blow and destroy those items, and they will never make it through the system. And with this, they blow systematically from bottom to up, which has no chance to land on any other blocks and gets collected down in this hopper nest, where the occasional water blocks are composted, and the rest of the wood is collected in here, and the composted bone meal is then shoot through this item elevator, which then goes back into the bone meal system. But when the tree grows from the height of 14 to 25, what happens is that it grows on this obsidian path, which has minecart stuck underneath of it, which has hoppers underneath it. So any block that falls on it is then picked up by the hoppers, and then it makes its way till here, like so. When the tree grow up, they are rarely of height like 4 to 5 on an average, but they can grow like 11 high too, as the maximum height of the tree is 25. So on an average we will get 4 to 5 blocks like so, and the TNT will land on this tree, and with one blow of the TNT, all the blocks, majority of the blocks will blow up and get collected, and then the blocks which are on the edge of this will fall down, and they can fall into the blast chamber, and they will get collected here. And these ender chests are placed right over here to collect the items which fall on them, like so, and to separate the water from falling down into the blast chamber, which will create more of a mess. Also, make a note of it that I have made use of a glitch to put the minecarts into the obsidian, which works only till 1.16.1, and in 1.16.2 this glitch does not work as of now in the current snapshots. Otherwise, you can definitely use ancient debris, as it is also a block with high blast resistance, and which can be pushed like so into the minecarts. The obsidian way is the cheapest way to go. Otherwise, you could definitely use an ancient debris. I have used an obsidian platform right over here, so that the blocks adjacent to it will get blown up and will get collected through the hopper minecarts below, like so. But when we use these bottom half slabs, which are waterlogged, and the TNT could not blow the blocks adjacent to it, as it is in water, makes no damage to the environment, which we do not want. We could have used ender chests instead of the obsidian platform, but unfortunately it also does the same. It does not uh, makes it does not make any damage to the surroundings, like so. As the ender chests are not a full block, they have a y value of less than a block, so unfortunately it absorbs all the explosion in itself, as the ender chests are blast proof, so they do not get blown up by the TNT. So we only have to use full blocks in here with hopper minecarts beneath it. So let's see, how did I put the hopper minecart under obsidian. So let's assume that this is your hopper pad and this is the block where you have to put obsidian with the hopper minecart in it. So all you have to do is cover the block like so, and then put a lava in that block, then go a block up, cover the adjacent blocks, then place a rail, a hopper minecart, and push this minecart into the lava. Note that this minecart does not get destroyed by the lava in 1.16. This is a bug which will get fixed in 1.16.2, so make sure you are in 1.16. Now what you want to do is just remove these blocks and just place a water like so. Now this water will turn the lava into the obsidian with a minecart in it, which cannot be displaced until and unless you break this obsidian. This is how I got hopper minecart into obsidian. Now let's see how the TNT dupper works. First, when you stand in this position, the pressure plate powers the redstone beneath it, and then the signal travels upwards, which then activates this system right over here. A clock starts and this observer detects whenever the pulse passes through this repeater, and then pushes and retracts this piston, which dupes this TNT. This is the second section TNT duper. Also, this signal travels through this redstone line to this piston, which also turns on a clock, which through which these pistons retract and duplicate the TNT and blow the trees up. So we have a fungus right over here. Let's bone meal it, and as you can see, it has quite a bit of canopy in here, like so. It has 3 blocks wide canopy of the tree where the wart blocks can grow. It is 3 blocks on each side. So likewise, I have placed these carpets 3 blocks wide from the growing position to avoid any of these wart blocks to grow in here. Also, I have made sure that it won't grow inside the pot. I have placed these trapdoors which avoid any wart blocks to grow here. So let's talk why we choose to go with 2 sections and not with 1. Well, the problem was that we can grow the trees and then push them into the blast chamber, but we won't get these extra wart blocks where we can get through this second section. Also, it's quite hard to predict the TNT explosions to guarantee the drops of the logs. Still, this farm can be even more optimized by adjusting the positions of the TNTs and having more TNT dupers for the second section. So when we get these wart blocks into the system picks them up and then composes them and makes some bone meal, and then it gets dispensed through this item tunnel and get into the system back. This does not provide with sufficient bone meal to keep it running 24/7, but still it makes quite a bit of bone meal, which helps. So that is also a reason to make 2 section farm. Well, we can decrease and increase the height of the first section if we want to decrease it for to get more of the wart blocks for the bone meal. But then the height problem which we are encountering in this first section will be will show up in the second section. Also, I have made it 12 high for a specific reason, as we get a redstone signal of 15, and it exactly travels 12 blocks high, so that helps too. That restricts the further piston movements. Well, we can also add a repeater and then push blocks further. So that is it for today, guys. I'll be showing you how to make this farm in the next part of this video, so stay tuned. Till then, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss on the next part and the tutorials like this every week. Thanks for now.